Hey guys, it's John here, and today I want to show y'all how to convert a Exoterra tank into a sliding door tank. Some of y'all might have some of these Exoterra sitting around that have broken glass doors, and you might want to go ahead and turn this into a slider tank instead of ordering a new glass door, or you might just not like the opening front doors and you want to make them into sliders. So today's video is going to show you how to do that, and it's pretty simple. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to show you what we have. Today we have a new Exoterra. I want to start with a brand new one so we can show you. The other things you're going to need is you're going to need sliding tracks. You can get this off of Amazon. You're going to need double-sided tape. Make sure it's waterproof double-sided tape. Alcohol wipes or just alcohol and some cotton swabs. A flat razor or a box cutter or both. This is optional. Aquarium handles for picking up glass. We're going to use them as the handles for the sliding door. And then something to cut your track with. This is my old rusted saw I have here in my aquarium store, but it will work and it'll do the job. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and open this aquarium up. We're going to take off the screen top, take out the background, and we're going to take the doors off. If you have not watched my video on how to remove doors or put doors back on, I would suggest going and watch that real quick and see how we're going to do that, because I'm not going to go over that. I'm just going to go ahead and take the doors off. Alright guys, now that we have the tank and we got the doors removed, we got everything out of it, we got the screen top off, we're going to go ahead and prep the terrarium for the double-side tape. And that's simple. We're just going to clean the glass, the black trim, the glass again, and the bottom black trim with alcohol wipes, or again alcohol and cotton ball. What that does is going to remove excess oil and allow that double-side tape to actually stick and adhere well over time. You could actually put the tape on there and leave it on for a few days to help it stick before putting any type of weight from the track and glass doors on that. So that's the next step. Alright guys, so I went ahead and cleaned the tank with the alcohol, and I've already applied my double-side adhesive strip. And you just want to apply it down here at the bottom track, on the two sides, and then on the top you want to apply it on the inner track, on the inside, not actually on the top, because the top is hollow. And this is not really that strong. It's not a structural piece of the aquarium. It will hold the glass doors in place. So a lot of people, instead of doing just this adhesive strip, they'll also inject silicone in here. So when the strip is stuck to the new tracking, the silicone will harden, it'll make this stronger, and it'll actually help hold the track in place too. So now that we've put this in here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to measure our tracks, and we're going to stick them to this. Now when you get your tracks, it comes two ways, or two pieces. You have a lower track, which is very skinny, and that's going to go on the bottom. And then you have a thicker track that's very thick, that goes on the top. And then we're also going to cut tracking to go on the side to protect the side glass from the door hitting it. It'll also help seal it and everything like that. I normally will use the smaller track just to give it kind of a cleaner look. You can actually opt to use the larger track too. It does not look bad. You can do either one. So the next step is to measure your bottom and top track and cut it and apply it. And then we're going to come back and we're going to measure the space in between that to cut our next track. So I'm going to go ahead and measure this real quick and cut them. So now that we've cut our tracks and we check that they fit in place, I've removed the protective film from the adhesive tape. We're going to go ahead and use the alcohol wipe and wipe down our track just to make sure that there's no oil on them. And we're going to put them in place. And you'll notice, no matter on what track you buy, as this is the this is the 1/4 inch track, it's almost an inch long, it will overhang the plastic trim. But in the end, this does not actually look that bad. The tighter you make it, the more fruit fry proof you'll make it if you're doing this for frogs. these in place. Nice. All right, now we're going to do the same thing with our side channels. You can use either the top or the bottom pieces, depending on what you like. I'm going to use the bottom pieces for this. So this is our finished product with the trim, okay? So we have our 4 channels. I use the smaller channels on the bottom and on the sides to match, and then the thicker channel on top, which turns out to look really good. I was talking about how you need to make it really tight for fruit fly proofing if you're doing this for frogs. What you also will have to look at is on the sides, your channels leave little open holes. So any small animal, really small snake or gecko or bugs can get out of this. This is an easy fix. You just inject a little silicone there. If you're going to do all that, I would also go around and trim everything in a bead of silicone to help make it waterproof and tighter. With the excess double-sided tape, if any is sticking out, just trim it off with your box cutter. The next step is just getting glass doors made for this. You can either get glass doors cut for this, or you can use your old glass doors if you want to. And I'll show you how to modify that here in a second. But from this point, it's just getting 1/4-inch glass doors cut, and then you put your tracks on and slide. Now, if you decide to use your original glass doors, you have to remove this tracking. So if you remove this tracking, you can do it really gentle and glue it back on if you ever decide to make it into a front opening glass aquarium again. Or you can just rip it off and break it, but then you'll have to buy new doors if you want to do that. So I normally do not recommend this way. I normally recommend going to a glass shop, spending about 20 bucks and getting your glass cut, and then you have 2 sets of doors. But for those that want to save the money and use this, I'm going to show you how you take these doors and turn them into your glass doors. They are, I guess this is, I'm not going to say European size, I'm not sure, but this is not standard size glass for the United States. So what happens is these tracks are larger than this glass, and it's become very wobbly in there. But you can use your double-sided tape to fix that, and I'm going to show you how to do that here in a second. So my first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and I'm going to use my flat razor blade here, and you're just going to go in here, and you're going to clean out all that silicone. Just put it in there and cut it, and then the trim will come right off. Alright guys, so we cleaned our glass doors. I told you to use the flat blade. That's for cleaning up the silicone afterwards. The box cutter works much better. And when you remove the tracks, what you're going to want to do is your track has usually a fat end. That's the side you're going to want to grab and pull away with. Try and do the other end, it's a lot harder. So just grab the fat end and peel it away. And be careful because the glass is sharper underneath. It's not beveled like the sides are. So just be careful. You know, if you're going to do this, anytime you're working with glass, maybe wear gloves, hold it with towels, you know, just be careful. You don't want to cut yourself. All right, so the next step is we're going to cut a piece of double-sided tape. We're going to stick it here. We're going to clean this with alcohol. We're going to put the double-sided tape here, and then we're going to fold it over like a taco. And that's going to give it just enough space that it's going to slide around that track. And we're going to leave the plastic film on the back side of the double-sided tape so that it's not sticky, and that's just going to allow this door to slide. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece and do it real quick, and then we're going to install these doors. Alright guys, we're at the very end of this. We just, stripped our doors, converted them, and we're going to put them in now. So you will always want to start with your back door. Come in from the back side. Start in the center, put it in the back track, push up, and then move the bottom track in. It's going to be snug, all right? And then we're going to do the same thing with our front track. We're going to put it in the center, push up, and drop it down. All right? Nice and smooth. And then this is optional if you want to add your aquarium handles or not. I'm going to go ahead and add these right here on the side. And now, this is a converted front door slider, Exoterra, very smooth, very tight. No snake's going to come and push this open. It's going to be very hard for them. there is a gap in the center, okay? Easy way to fix that is you can take a credit card and cut out the distance, put a bead of silicone on the glass while it's down and run a track. There's many videos on how to do that, so I'm not going to make one. I'm not going to do a little demo on that. All of this can be bought off of Amazon. This is 3M double-sided tape that's waterproof. These little aquarium handles actually are also 3M. No, they're not sponsoring this video. I wish they would. The tracks are also on Amazon. All this I just bought off Amazon. It was probably altogether maybe $60, maybe even less, $40. It was not much. And overall, it's a pretty good looking conversion, and it's very clean and it's very easy. I did this in about an hour while making this video. If I was to just do this by myself, it'd probably take me 15 minutes to do this whole conversion for this aquarium. Sorry it took so long to make this video for y'all guys. I know I've been telling y'all for a long time I was going to do it. If y'all have any questions, just let me know. I hope this helps. I hope this is useful. Please share. Please subscribe. I'm going to try to make a lot more useful videos like this. If you know anything you want to see converted on Exoterras or anything like this, leave it in the comments and I'll try to start making a log, and I'll try to start making videos that can help the community out. Thank you again, guys. This is John from Jungle John's videos. Have a good day.